I'm going to go over how to embed an image as well as creating layers. So what you're going to do, once you have your image that you want to embed or place on your file, I'm going to go up to File, Place, and I'm going to find the file that I want to place. I'm going to click Place. And now you can see that it's kind of attached to my cursor. I'm going to click and I'm going to drag, right? And I can move it around, right? And if you look at your layers palette, and if you don't see your layer palette here, you can go up to Window and then find Layers, right? Your layer palette's right here, and you can see that this is currently linked. What we want to do is we want to embed it, because if you leave it linked and somebody deletes the file from your desktop, which it's linked to or wherever it's saved, it's going to give you an error. You won't be able to access it. So we're going to embed it into the Illustrator file. So we're going to go to Properties, and with it highlighted, we're going to click Embed. Now, if you go back to your layer palette or your layers, you can see that it just says Image and it's embedded. Now from here, what I want you to do is I want you to lock that layer, right? It's locked. Actually, I'm going to lock the entire layer. And to create a new layer, I'm going to go down here and click right here. There's layer 2, and then this is the layer that I want you to start tracing on. And you can click, you can start tracing. Let's say you trace it, yada, yada, yada. And then you're like, well, I'm done with that portion of the trace, and I want to start a different part of the trace. You can keep on adding layers at will if you want, and you can even rename this. Let's say this is part of the sky. You can rename it, double click on it, rename it sky. And then you can lock that layer and then create a new layer. And let's say I wanted to do the building, so I could rename this building, right? And then I can start tracing the building. But it's nice to stay organized with renaming layers and making sure that they are intact. Okay?